Hey everyone, Lucas at Lamin-x, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install a Lamin-x universal sheet on your headlight that may not be in the best shape, and how upon installation the Lamin-x can bring back clarity to your headlight. And in this video, we're going to be doing a bit of an experiment utilizing a steamer to install the sheet of Yellow Lamin-x on this headlight. Let's go. You want to start by cleaning the headlight of any dust, dirt, and debris or lint using some water and a soft cloth, because you don't want that debris to get trapped underneath the adhesive as you're installing and result in a poor installation. And because this headlight is in such bad shape, we're going to use some of this plastics cream, which is actually a silicone sealant, just to help us prepare this light for installation a little bit more, since once again it is not in the best shape. And once you've cleaned the surface of any dust, dirt, or debris, you're then going to want to measure the exact length and width of the light so you know exactly how much Lamin-x you need to order for a universal sheet. We have a video all about how to measure for a Lamin-x universal sheet if that would be helpful for you. Now once we've measured exactly how much Lamin-x we need, we have cut 2 Lamin-x universal sheets down to that size. That way we have one universal sheet to install on each one of the headlights of this vehicle. And once we have our Lamin-x, we're going to gently remove it from the liner, and then with our spray bottle we'll gently mist the adhesive side of the Lamin-x with just a few water droplets, making sure it's slightly saturated. And that's going to help us a little bit more as we line this Lamin-x up, making sure it's covering the entire light as you gently lay the Lamin-x into position. Next we'll take our spray bottle once more and gently mist the outside layer of the Lamin-x, and that's going to serve as a lubrication layer as we get in with our squeegee using a moderate to firm pressure, with all 4 fingers equally distributed on the squeegee to start in the centermost flattest part of the headlight and start squeegeeing that Lamin-x down toward the edges where the headlight kind of curves. And because of the state this headlight is in, we're going to be using the Glen Pro steamer just to help us heat up that adhesive a tad bit more and add a little bit more lubrication as we're trying to go around these curves. So we'll pull the Lamin-x up and we're just going to start steaming this Lamin-x right where the curve of the headlight begins. And this steam will kind of bind the Lamin-x into position around that curve a little bit more for us. So it will be easier for us now to take our squeegee once more and start applying the Lamin-x around that curved area. Just taking our time, making sure it's applied top to bottom of the light, and then we'll grab our steamer again and kind of repeat this process of steaming the Lamin-x, once again kind of helping it bind into position around these curves before bringing back the squeegee and better applying the Lamin-x around these curved edges. This makes it 20 times easier than trying to fight with the Lamin-x and manually stretch it around these edges, as the steam kind of helps us bind it into position. And as we're squeegeeing this down, you can already see that some of the clarity is already coming back into this headlight before the Lamin-x is even cured. So we're just going to repeat this same process of lifting up the Lamin-x and then using the steamer to assist you of molding the Lamin-x around those tougher curved edges, and then take the squeegee once more to apply the Lamin-x down all the way to the edges of the headlight. So we're just slowly making our way from the flattest part of the light using the steamer and our squeegee to help us work our way outside to the curved edge of this light. Once again, we're just repeating this process of steaming around the curved area, working with a tiny space at a time to make sure this Lamin-x is completely applied down all the way to the edges, and doing the same thing with the bottom of the headlight. And if there's any area where you realize the Lamin-x is misaligned a little bit, or it's not quite sticking down as well, you can pull the Lamin-x back up, gently mist it one more time with your spray bottle, and take your squeegee to apply the Lamin-x back down. And once the Lamin-x is mostly applied down, we're going to give it one more final steam just around the edges of the top and bottom of the film, where the film is still trying to bunch up, and then we'll take our squeegee and better apply that Lamin-x all the way down to the edge of the headlight. And once our Lamin-x is all installed, we can take a trim tool, make a few relief cuts in the excess Lamin-x to release tension as we use that trim tool with only enough pressure to cut through the film to start trimming away the excess Lamin-x, cutting between the groove of the painted surface of the car and the headlight, making sure not to damage the light or the paint underneath the film. Just using solid smooth cuts to remove this excess Lamin-x before we give it one more squeegee to make sure it's fully applied down. And then your yellowish milky headlight has been restored with nothing more than a Lamin-x universal sheet. And over time, as the Lamin-x cures, more clarity will be brought to your headlight. And the Lamin-x will prevent any further yellowing or pitting of the headlight over time. Guaranteed for 5 years. And then we'll just repeat the same process with the other headlight. And now you have not only customized your vehicle, but you have also provided yourself with more vision as the clarity is increased, all without doing a proper headlight restoration. And you have protected the headlight from any further damage. If you want to learn more about our Lamin-x universal sheets, check out our other universal sheet videos or visit our website laminx.com for more.